Velina mai e na haumana, na kumu, na hoaloha a me na ohana. Eia kākou ma ka papahana puka kula, haule lau o ka makahiki I lua, kaukani I waka lua kumakahi. Aloha. I am Mainette Benham, Chancellor of the University of Hawaii, West Oahu. Welcome, students, faculty, and staff, friends, and family to our virtual Fall 2021 University of Hawaii, West Oahu graduation ceremony. Mahalo nui to each of you for celebrating the remarkable accomplishments of our graduates. Ho'omaika'i ia o ko a I mua, e pupu kahi I holomua, e nā po ki'i. Congratulations to our graduates. It is time for you to sail forward.
Aloha mai kākou. I'm David Lassner, President of the University of Hawaii. One of the immense challenges for all of us this year was dealing with the unknown, the uncertainties that we faced due to the pandemic. It was uncomfortable for everyone here in Hawaii and beyond. We all navigated the unpredictability in our own way. Some took up exercise, new hobbies, home improvement projects. Some learned to bake or cook. We spent time with our loved ones and our pets, all to better our mental and physical health. This led to discoveries for all of us about ourselves, our families and friends, neighbors and coworkers, and the world around us. These fact-finding and soul-searching endeavors and adventures sustained and improved us. Along with your great UH West Oahu education that we're now celebrating, they are part of the foundation by which you developed into lifelong learners in pursuit of facts, knowledge, and wisdom that will serve you, your families, and your communities in the years to come. While we are all unsure of what the future may hold, you can now move forward with certainty that you are prepared to embark on the next phase of your life's journey. You adapted to the unforeseeable. You recalibrated to living in extremes. You persevered to achieve this momentous feat of earning your college credential. So I say with complete confidence that I know that with your University of Hawaii West Oahu education, you are now equipped with the skills, tools, and tenacity to succeed. We honor you and your remarkable educational accomplishments, especially during these extraordinary times. Congratulations, you did it!
The headline in Hawaii's newspaper, The Star Advertiser, on June 2, 2020 read, Legendary teacher leader Candy Suiso retires from Waianae High. Legendary? Absolutely. Local girl Candy Suiso grew up in Makaha and graduated from Waianae High School. She received her BA in liberal arts from the University of Northern Iowa and her teaching certificate from Chaminade. She began her teaching career in 1986 as a Spanish teacher at her alma mater, Waianae High School, where she introduced the use of a video camera in her class so that students could capture their efforts to learn the Spanish language. Seeing how video production captured her students' attention and improved their language learning, she and her colleague, Norman Chalk, a social studies teacher, got funding from their principal to start Sea Rider Productions. I had come to know of Sea Rider Productions and the work of Candy Suiso almost 20 years ago when I was at Michigan State University through my work with the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, who supported this visionary dream. Dr. Valerie Johnson, the program director for Kellogg, described Candy in this way. Candy is a transformational leader as she has changed the lives of students in multiple positive ways. She has helped enrich the quality of education in her community and in the state of Hawaii, and as a result, has advanced the quality of life in many, often described as resource-poor communities across the country. She's an ingenious visionary, and we have been the beneficiaries of her wisdom. UH West Oahu owes a lot to this visionary teacher leader. Her advocacy has played a large part in the establishment and success of our UH West Oahu Academy for Creative Media. Director Sharla Hanaoka said, "Candy played and continues to play a pivotal role in the success of our students. We wouldn't be here today without her help and vision." Indeed, her student graduates, who have become our graduates, are making positive changes in their communities today, becoming educators, industry leaders, and community leaders. I am honored to introduce our Fall 2021 Commencement speaker, Ms. Candy Suiso.
Thank you, and aloha, President Lasner, Chancellor Benham, Board of Regents, faculty, honored guests, and especially the University of Hawaii West Oahu graduates, class of 2021. It is truly an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as your commencement speaker. Unlike other graduating classes that have come before you, I believe this one is celebrated at a most unique time. And unlike any other speech I've ever given throughout my career, none has been as important, as exciting, or different as this, to speak virtually before our West Side College graduates during a pandemic. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that your educational experience these last 2 years presented lots of challenges that you weren't prepared for. But despite that, you made the necessary adjustments to get where you are today, and I sincerely congratulate you on this huge achievement. Only you know the amount of effort and patience it took to achieve the status you earned today. I'd like to start by sharing a brief story of myself and my life's journey growing up on the leeward coast of Oahu. But before I do, I'd like to ask all of you to hit your mind's delete button and erase everything you know of what Kapolei looks like today. Imagine your UH West Oahu campus looking west toward Ko'olina and east towards Waipahu is nothing but a lonely 2-lane road, which we know today as Farrington Highway, and runs in the middle of nothing but sugarcane fields, miles and miles and miles of sugarcane fields. Do you see it? I lived in various homes growing up in Makaha, Hanalei Street to Lahaina Street to Jade Street, then Farrington Highway. These years stretched from the mid-1960s to the mid-1970s. My mother, the late Julia Malapit Smith, retired from teaching at Makaha Elementary after 30 years. I attended Ele'ele Elementary on Kauai, Makaha Elementary, Waianae Intermediate, and graduated from Waianae High School class of 1973. I remember the day I graduated, I told myself I would leave and go somewhere far, far away, never to return, except to visit family, of course. So I left and went somewhere far away to Cedar Falls, Iowa, returning home every summer, realizing Hawaii, Waianae in particular, is where I belonged. I received my bachelor's in liberal arts from the University of Northern Iowa, returned home and enrolled at Chaminade University for my master's in education. I recently retired after 33 years at Waianae High School and am currently the executive director of the Seawriter Productions Foundation, a nonprofit organization that provides the Waianae community, especially its youth, with educational support, job training, and workforce development opportunities necessary for success as citizens of local and global communities. What a journey it's been. Growing up on the west side back then was a lot less crowded and simpler. Would you believe there were actually 4 movie theaters? 2 in Waianae, 1 in Maili, and 1 in Nanakuli. Making the long journey from Makaha to Waipahu in my mom's Volkswagen Bug was like going to town. Farrington Highway was a 2-lane road, 1 lane out and 1 lane in from Makaha, all the way past Waipahu. Once we got past Kahi Power Plant, Farrington Highway took us past Honakaihale, reared upwards and past in front of where the water park is now, then through the heart of Kapolei, where Chili's, Queens Medical Building, and Walmart now stands. I remember passing through this location back then and would always think to myself, with no offense to you Makakilo old-timers, who would want to live in such an isolated place? Honokai Hale and Makakilo were literally in the middle of nowhere. You see, back then, when it was mentioned to me of what the area would eventually become, I lacked the vision and imagination to grasp what the area has become today. Now fast forward to the 1990s and 2000s. Kapolei is now born and slowly going through its growing pains to what was envisioned. On a lonely corner of that same Farrington Highway and the new North-South Road is a large, empty, lonely field. On the corner of that field is a sign that says, "The future home of the University of Hawaii, West Oahu." Like everyone else who is quick to criticize, I thought to myself, like I did years before, why would they build this campus in the middle of nowhere? Why not build it closer to the heart of Kapolei? I realize now that at that time, despite all the years I've grown, I still failed to grasp and truly envision what the future of this area that we now know as Kapolei would still become. Which brings us to today, December 11th, 2021, the present. Now, if this commencement ceremony was held outdoors on your campus, I'd ask you to stand up, take a look around, take a selfie while you're at it, and tell me, what do you see? Can you see homes and buildings that surround your campus that stretches endlessly to Waipahu? And as funny as this may sound, do you see and hear the rail leaving and arriving every half hour from the Kroc Center Transit Station, transporting passengers on that winding cement track and pillar that snakes through the heart of East Kapolei, which we now know as Ho'opili? Or do you lack the vision as I did through all those years to truly realize the potential of your future in a community that is still, after all these years, at an infant stage? We all know how the peak of the pandemic put our lives on hold and shut down our normal way of life. The business community suffered and many till this day failed to survive. But through this grim reality, new ideas were created by young visionaries, the fearless, the creative, and the open-minded, just like you. They saw potential in what others thought was lost. The closure of restaurants and the limits of grocery stores created DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. These services were used so often that even if the pandemic ended today, it would still be utilized because it's become the new norm with today's generation. The closure of theaters created the popularity of streaming services such as Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and many other services that now offer new release movies. And we now realize that staying home in the comfort of our own home with family and friends is a lot cheaper and convenient than going to the movie theaters. This creative new form of entertainment makes me wonder if theaters will ever regain its popularity that it once held before the pandemic hit. Graduates, this is your world, your time in this new growing community. You are the cutting-edge thinkers that have already proved that you possess the potential to inspire, influence, create, and mold the future that lies ahead of you. There has been no other generation that has the gift of knowing how to navigate technology the way you do and be creative at the same time. You are positioned at the most opportune time. This university wasn't built overnight. It took many leaders who believed in us and made this new campus happen. From temporary headquarters in 1976 with 75 students taking night courses at 3 high school sites, then moving into portables adjacent to Leeward Community College in 1981. And finally, in 2012, after 4 decades of planning, this beautiful UH West Oahu campus. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you, mahalo nui, to the many hearts and hands who believed that this 4-year university belonged right here on the west side, unique and different in its own way. And to mention a few, concentrations in Hawaiian and indigenous health and healing, cybersecurity education, sustainable community food systems which guide students to think critically and across disciplinary boundaries to solve real-world problems. Under the leadership of our very own local girl, a native Hawaiian, Chancellor Maynette Benham. And dear to my heart, the cutting-edge, state-of-the-art creative media building, home to the Academy of Creative Media Programs, which opened its doors this fall, embracing digital media literacy experience through video, animation, video games and design, social media, web and app development, virtual and augmented reality, other forms of media communication and design, and digital storytelling, right here in our very backyard, a space where our Hawaii students can learn, create, and begin telling our stories through our eyes, our way. Visioned by Hawaii's own local boy, Chris Lee, who knew how important it was to identify and save our history before our stories are gone for good. In closing, I'd like to quote the great Muhammad Ali, a 3-time boxing champion and one of the most celebrated figures of the 20th century, who once said, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room in heaven." So choose your profession wisely, find your passion, then dedicate hard work that will somehow directly or indirectly benefit the lives of others. Imua, move forward, my friends, with kindness and aloha, always, always, always with aloha. Congratulations, class of 2021. I love you all. Thank you so much. Aloha.
Aloha mai kākou. Aohe pau ka ike I ka halau ho'okahi, which means all knowledge is not taught in the same school, is our olelo no'eau to open my congratulatory message to you, our UH West Oahu graduates. We come from different schools of knowledge and honor our differences to make the world a better place. My name is Edward Keaunui, Faculty Senate Chair at UH West Oahu. On behalf of our Faculty Senate, I would like to congratulate you on completing all the requirements for your degree and certificate program. I am, however, disappointed that we could not be with you today to celebrate your accomplishments. The continuing saga of the pandemic has continued to disrupt our everyday lives now for almost 2 years. However, through your resiliency, you are here today standing proud and huddling around your many electronic devices to show the world that nothing will stand in your way. You are ready, willing, and able to embrace, inspire, and embark on the next chapter of your lives. Of course, you could not have done this alone. Please take this time to turn to your loved ones watching this remote graduation and give them a big hug and aloha. Go ahead, you have some time. Okay? Great. Your loved ones have been by your side, cheering you on your educational journey. Mahalo nui to our ohana. Pupukahi I holomua. Unite to move forward because by working together, we make progress. Now, graduates, you are leaping into a new world of opportunities to take advantage of. Continue to serve as a positive role model for future generations to aspire to do great things. Take on the world as if today was your last day on earth and venture into all possibilities. Every new experience will leave a lasting memory for you to share. Again, congratulations, graduates. Ma'alama pono. Until we meet again, aloha.
Aloha soon-to-be graduates and families, fellow students, UH West Oahu faculty and staff, and community members. My name is Gabby Novota, and I serve as the president of the Associate Students of the University of Hawaii, West Oahu. On behalf of UHWO and the entire student body, I extend our congratulations to all of you who are receiving degrees and certificates today. I'm delivering this pre-recorded congratulations in the captivating and inspiring Academy for Creative Media facility, a place where I now study and work as a student assistant. When I'm not here, I have the chance to collaborate with other student leaders and campus staff in advocacy for West Oahu students. These bestowed opportunities did not come easy. There was a time not too long ago when I lost family, my own support systems, and longed for shelter while the pandemic ravaged through the world. These hardships were part of the journey, and they laid the foundation for where I am today. Every one of you soon-to-be graduates know that you weren't only college students. You had obligations and circumstances beyond your control on top of your studies. Some of you take care of keiki and family. Some as single mothers and fathers. Some worked more than one job to survive. Some participated in student life, on-campus jobs, or service learning. Some of you prioritize your mental health or physical well-being. Regardless of our different paths, we all share the experience of pivoting during this pandemic. Every single one of us has a story and journey. Truly, we want to praise you for breaking through, bouncing back, and rising above to reach this great honor of graduating. Nothing could be farther from the truth than saying that going to college nowadays is easy. Hold on to your journey and never forget about it. When times are trying, you have these experiences to look back on. Lastly, kokua, or help when you can. Share these experiences with others who may benefit from them. I have no doubt that each of your journeys will bring you to the greatest of heights, no matter what it will be and no matter where it will take you. Mahalo for everything that you have done here at UHWO, and again, congratulations.
Bachelor of Applied Sciences. Race Akiona Banan. Albert Babichenko. Tarina Brooks. Irvin J. Cabreros. Maria Carrillo Carlos. Liliana Conde Sosa. Malia Cook. Kevin Cox. Brandon Davis. Nicholas Ferruccio. Christopher Hendricks. Leonardo Juarez. Zachary Kahavai. Andriana Kaluhiokalani. Kira Kimon. Jessica Lagance. Audrey Lau. Alaiva'a Mase. Dylan Miata. Ethan Momohara. Chastity Morimoto. Passion Morimoto. Nicole Nakata. Preston Navor. Wesley Newhouse. Antu Wen. Kenneth Wen. Joshua Nishimoto. Cassie Nita. Philip Onomura. Aaron Charles Pasquale. Richard Peters. Erin Quinanola. Aaron Edward Sadaba Labyrinto. Timothy Roy Sansano. Daniel Santos. Alfred Snee. Max Soto. Randall Sua. Levi Weinstein. Frank Wood. Bachelor of Business Administration. Maria Adams. Rodel Akpawa. Crystal Aguirre. Karen Alcantara. Kylie Alexander, Aaron Alfors, Ricky Alumbuyao, Kevin Patrick Alas, Cassie Leigh Amenzor, Tiana Amina, Zyra Keith Aninag, Desiree Aponte, Kemai Ariola, Camille Atud, Taylor Al Tabura, Aubrey Awai, Emerson Balangi, Ginger Banner, Romeo Barut, Pamela Batangan, Jasmine Taylor Bishop, Jordan Bongolan, Christopher Brink, Colina Burton, Shimita Mai Buyat, Alyssa Cabingas, Emma Cameron, Sarah Kapinpin, Leona Chandler, Sandrea Chung, Kiala Alexandra Cirillo, Desiree Colton Anacleto, Shante Marie Contemplo, Malia Cook, Jessica Danielle Corpuz, Laura Cox, Elizabeth Daddario, Marissa Dannenberg, Diane Duigan, Rina Engbino, Leila Evangelista, Alyssa Joyce Vangarang, Aisake Fakava, Danielle Fontanilla, Austin Fry, Chastity Gabrielle Garces, Jaren Braille Galiza, Kelsey Gardner, Jessica Gassman, Kapaya Okumukahi Gormley, Logan Grace, Emily Guillermo, Donya Shamaine Hanohano, Brandon Hashimoto, Tyler Hernandez, Nicholas Hidano Kawato, Carla Higa, Brianni Higashi, Lahaina Hipolito, Lin Ho, Christian Jenkins, Crimson Kamai, Brenalyn Kaupua Medeiros, Kristen Kawamura, Zachary Kiyonaga, Janina Camille LaRue, Jeffrey Lau, Ray Leo Pepe, Sarah Lynn, Rebecca Lopez, Florale Mika Lopez, Cecily Jill Lumaban, Tolentino Martinez, Stasia McDonald, Dana Melendez Albert, Alexis Molina, Tiana Mortensen, Ryan Moyer, Jody Ann Nakahara, Trang Nguyen, Michael Nguyen, Jameline Nicholas, Christina Nip, Josiah Ocrito, Robert Oliveros, Tiara Omura, Zaralyn Ondayog, Joseph Pasquale, Mamta Patel, Jenny Pereira, Elisa Plaza, Janavi Pomerantz, Aaliyah Posmas, Jacob Ramos Manuel, Ariel Rathburn, Stacy Reed, Jameson Renfro, Nicholas Rivera, Charla Rodriguez, Jason Romero, Tiffany Saroyama, Jomar Sarmiento, Haley Shock, Danielle Sewell, Carrie Silva, Vanessa Simeona, Jackie Slayton, Amanda Sullivan, Michaela Soto, Laisha Ray Souza, Taryn Sugimoto, Dallas Tabisola, Noah Tadena, Celise Tai, Travis Takamiya, Rachel Tejada, Shekinah Tolentino, Natalia Tomita, Julie Treese, April Lei Tuliao, Aisha Takero, Kristen Uehara, JD Valdez, Mara Van Antwerp, Jamie White, Titaina Tiare Willis, Malia Wong Leong, Kelly Ann Shu, Irina Yatsu, Micah Yokotake.
Bachelor of Creative Media, Axton Bukta, Bethany Buckner, Isaac Cruz, Donna Shamaine Hanohano, Catherine Jones, Rochelle Kozuma, Michaela Ann Lee, Sarah Latarte, Ashley Thomas, Gino Tolentino. Bachelor of Education, Renessa Lynn Cabudal, Keani Diaz, Michelle Gabriel, Olena Kasaoka, JC Nakazato, Nicole Thomas. Bachelor of Humanities, Ilikea Adams, China Maiki Agaton, Carla Higa, Tanner Johnson, Ashley Powell, Micah Souza, Kamahoy Spencer, Mokihana Tachera. Bachelor of Natural Sciences, Elena Figueroa, Xavier Garrido, Tanner Johnson, Victoria Penalver. Bachelor of Public Administration, Pearl Angela Abui, China Maiki Agaton, Megan Marie Augustin, Monica Iwohi Makekau, Emmy Lynn Alejo, Chelsea Allison, Andrea Andres, Alexis Bambino, Angelina Borges, Jacob Cabrera Tagomori, Chelsea Casillo, Kiao Chun, Grace Malia Cherma, Matthew De Los Reyes, Roanne De Los Reyes, Krisha May Doronio, Chelsea Ferrer, Daphne Fox, Annalisa Galendez, Isaiah Higuchi Leek, Jolene Imada, Corey James, Carolyn James, Kaiili Kahalehoi Waipa, Brenalyn Kaopua Medeiros, Justin Clyde Labrador, Andrea Nicole Lagpakan, Owen Lally, Cristo Joy Lazo, Gladys Lee Lippy, Danielle Lealoha Dutro, Ke'Alohilani Leleo, Petronella Linchoten, Chazare Maganoi, Hi'ilani Makahana Loa, Chastity Ann Malakas, Jessica Manivo, Kyla Martinson, Kay-Ann Ross Mikwa, Janestine K. Moser, Alexandra Murphy, Mary June Oliver, Larry Allen Pastor, Marie Chris Pataxio, Brittany Plan, Elisa Plaza, Alex Ray, Victoria Rojas, Rosen Charmaine Salaginto, Ernie Lynn Tabancura, Geraldine Tabladillo, Raymond Tatang, Erica Joy Tirado, Nu Tai, Zena Arlen Tijing, Ann Tilton, Julius Caesar Tinaza, Tinaja Turner, Marie Villarreal, Katie Watanabe, Adam Shao, Micah Yokotake, Julie Young, Bachelor of Social Sciences, Alexis Afalava, Jesse Alfors, Crystal Anderson, Kristen Aspera, Jessica Barnett, Sophia Benashore, Paige Wagner, Demi Ann Botuyan, Brianna Calarina, Matthew Carlson, Mahealani Kavako, Min Ji Chan, Adalia Collins, Marvin Jake DiPeralta, Janine De La Cuesta, Raylene Egami, Julianne Espanola, Morgan Fernandez, Lee Fields, Coral Ann Garcia, Jessica Gasperi, Samjana Gimir Acharya, Heather Lynn Gray, Angeline Ho'opai Waikoloa, Kaylee Hunley, Lori Kayama, Elizabeth Kaleleiki, Andriana Kaluhi Okalani, Don Kekua, Kealohilani Leleo, Kanani Leong, Tanisha Lum, Alina Nadia Mabuti, Jaslyn Madriaga Aguigui, Grace Makua, Corazon Mangrubang, Daniel Manog, Sierra Mariano, Kristen Medina, Pelenatita Namoa Hanusa, Christy Ortiz, Shyla Oshiro, Jason Overain, Rena Chris Pasamonte, Kelsey Pasqua, Jordan Passis, Keala May Pomaikai, Cody Rex, Lehua Rowland, Emily Silge, Kamalani Soares Ulyanov, Michaela Soto, Richarda Stewart, Malia Sunderland McCarthy, Ayuko Takabayashi, Julie Tassi, Samantha Tolentino, Jenna K. Toribio, Chad Uejo, Taylor Valad, Brittany Voigt, Annie Yamashiro, Taylor Yoon, Josephine Yu,
I am presenting the candidates for graduation. Will all the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity, Bachelor of Arts in Creative Media, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, Bachelor of Science in Natural Science, Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration, the Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences, as well as the students who are candidates for certificates, please rise. Chancellor Benham, it gives me great pleasure to present to you these candidates. They have completed their prescribed courses of study and are recommended by the faculty for the award of the appropriate degrees and certificates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents and the State of Hawaii, I hereby confer upon you the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled. This is a very important symbolic rite of passage from student to graduate. Keep your eyes on me as I will guide you through the symbolic transition from candidates for a degree or certificate to holder of a degree or certificate. With me all together, move the tassel on your motor boards from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you UH West Oahu's Fall 2021 graduates.